So one of our fundamental goals as an architect is to make sure everybody, including people with disabilities, can use buildings safely and comfortably. And the way we see it is that inclusive design, meaning designing for as many people as possible, is good design.
So for me, accessibility includes cognitive accessibility and sensory accessibility and emotional accessibility so that my brain can function well enough within its environment without causing too many problems. So to understand how to design the most accessible living environment for any given person, you have to think about not only that person's physical needs, but their mental needs and emotional needs too.
I like to talk about in terms of harmonizing different needs and potentially conflicting things, and sometimes they're just conflicts.
Yeah.
And you know, I've within the blindness community itself, most that are low vision have benefit from higher levels of light, of illumination, but that's not all of them. Many are light sensitive, and so it's, you know, you've got to know how to address one situation at a particular time, and how to allow. There's a principle of universal design of flexibility and use, allowing for that flexibility to adapt the environment to your particular needs.
There's a common misconception that incorporating universal design is going to cost more money. And that's a historic issue. Ever since the 90s, when, you know, these laws were passed, people said, I can't do this, it's too expensive. But what I've often found is if you start really early in the design process, thinking about these things conceptually, then it doesn't become overly expensive to incorporate them.
I think people often forget that design at the end of the day is about making things more human. And that's just the absolute direction that we're moving in. And the more time we spend on design, the more thought we're putting into how our built environment is getting put together.